we now have a generation that believes everything we did by colonising. Yes, it is true. They think everything about colonisation was wrong. It wasn't. There were some terrible things, and there were some good things to come out of it. And that is about properly acknowledging your past.
Education.
Yes, completely.
Sanitation.
Transportation.
There was so much that we brought to communities. But that is... But you see, you're typical of what we're talking about.
No, I'm saying that colonisation, the empire was wrong. It was wrong, full stop. That's, the things that Britain might have done.
But that's very much through your modern sensibilities,
yes.
You might say that, because we wouldn't now routinely go into other countries.
It was a profoundly racist set of basically invasions of other people, where we subjugated people to our rule and sort of made them work for us. It was completely
made their countries work.
But imagine yourself in the shoes of a 13-year-old boy hearing you say that.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
What do they then... How do they then carry that through life?
Well,
in terms of who I am as a Brit.
But it's not about...
We had racist ancestors.
But Bev...
But I'm saying that we hear much more of that than we do about the benefits of that period of time.
Well, because I don't think there were benefits. I think that we have to be completely...
Of course there were.
So benefits to us?
I don't think there were.
There were benefits to us.
A lot of those countries did not... Jonathan, those countries...
It absolutely does.
Those countries did not have money. They did not have the creativity. They did not have people in positions of power
Of course they had creativity in those countries. They just didn't live like Britain did. It doesn't make it worse. It just makes it different.
So it's okay to live without education, and it's okay to live without a transportation system, is it?
They did have education. It just wasn't our education system. They had language. It wasn't our language.
This cultural
medicine we brought to
precisely what we have.
Yes.
I don't know. Look, I don't know why we.
I'm just saying, kids in school now are taught to hate this country. They're taught that it's imperialistic, it's racist, it's nasty.
No. I'm sorry. There is a difference between being honest about one's past, which is actually, I would argue, a prerequisite for patriotism, because patriotism shouldn't be about lying about your country. It should be about having an honest, full, open appraisal of the things that have been good in your past and things that have been bad. Saying that everything Britain has ever done has been brilliant, that's just a lie. It's not patriotic.
But don't we tend to hear more about the colonialism and the slave trade, but not the fact that we ended the slave trade and the Britain's enormous role in the Industrial Revolution, which was wonderful and brought work to all sorts of people.
Look, I mean, on the slavery thing, I think it is, when people say that we were the first to end the slave trade, but we were also participants in it for a very, very long time.
So was all the world, Jonathan. So was the rest.
I don't think we can
Name me a country back in the 1800s that wasn't participants in the slave trade.
So you don't give Wilbur
That's what happened. And the biggest slavers are some of the black Africans themselves.
All I am saying